So today we're going to be making a kimchi pizza. If you're into more recipes like this, like, share, subscribe to the video. I'm going to keep making them. First, you're going to need a pizza dough ball, around 350 grams, some kimchi, maybe about 3 ounces, bacon. I'd use about 2 slices, scallions, I think 2 would probably be enough for this pizza, mozzarella cheese, around 4 ounces, and sesame oil. First, you're going to light up your oven and get a pan on there. This is what we're going to use for cooking up the bacon. So go ahead and slice that bacon. We're going to cut it a little bit thick. This will be perfect size for a topping because it's going to cook down so much. Go ahead and start frying that up. And we don't want to overcook the bacon. We just want to get it a little bit on the crispy side. Basically, as soon as it starts to turn crispy, that's going to be perfect because it's going to continue to cook once it gets in the pizza oven on the pizza. So once your bacon's cooked, go ahead and set that aside until you're ready to use it. Next, we're going to grab our kimchi. And kimchi tends to be pretty wet because it is a fermented cabbage. Go ahead and give it a rough chop into bite-sized pieces. And then we're going to squeeze out all that extra liquid, which we don't want on top of our pizza. That's just going to make things soggy. So go ahead and squeeze that out. Discard the juice. We don't need that. And then set aside all of your kimchi for later. This is store-bought kimchi, but you could also make your own if you're into that kind of thing. Next, we're going to dice up our scallions. I used 3 in this video, but realized that that's probably too much. You end up with some leftovers, so I think 2 would be plenty. Go ahead and give those a fine dice, and then set them aside till they're ready to use. I think the green onions really add a lot more of an aromatic than just a white or a red onion would on this pizza. And then lastly, we're going to make our tomato sauce. So we're going to use plum tomatoes. These are ones that I can myself. You could just use your typical San Marzano tomato that you would use on a Neapolitan pizza, and that'd be great for this also. So I'm going to use 4 tomatoes, give it a sprinkling of salt. That's probably about a teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to use some gochujang paste. And this is a fermented Korean chili paste. If you can't get this, it's okay just to leave it off, but I find that it really adds a lot of that Korean flavor that complements the kimchi and the bacon so well. Pulse that in your food processor until it's a nice sauce, and then set that aside until you're all ready to use it. All right, now that our ingredients are all ready, we're going to start decorating the pizza. So go ahead and stretch out your dough just like you normally would. I like to lay mine on the peel when I decorate. Spread out that sauce. Avoid putting too much sauce on any places where the crust is a little extra thin. Sprinkle on your bacon. Spread that out nice and evenly, and then we're going to put on the kimchi. Make sure not to go too heavy with the kimchi because it still does hold a lot of water, and you want to keep things nice and crispy when it's in the oven. We're going to do our mozzarella cheese. And then lastly, finish it off with some of those green onions, and we'll sprinkle on the green onions. Be generous with those because they really do add a lot, and the contrast in color really makes the pizza beautiful. And then lastly, we're going to give a drizzle of the secret ingredient, which is sesame oil. And that once that sesame oil heats up, it really just adds a whole another dimension of aroma to this pizza. Really good. So throw that in your oven. I'm using an Uni charcoal oven for this pizza. Comes out perfectly. Oof. And the sourness of the kimchi, the spiciness, the fattiness of the bacon, it's just like levels of umami flavor. This pizza is one of my favorites, and if you're into kimchi or some of those Asian flavors, you're going to love it.